Hello everybody, this is Doll Dazzler and welcome to my channel. I've been making videos on ideas that you can use while building settlements in Fallout 4, and in today's video I am at the Slog. So as I'm going into this settlement, I've used the same prefabs from the steel, the in and outdoors I call them. And then some of the arched roofing. I love using the arched roofing. It gives it a really cool, on the inside, of an effect. Great for entrance. And then, so in this settlement, I have a lot of things that are unfinished. And something that I had mentioned in my first video at Sanctuary Hills is when you build and you keep building a lot, the game will start to give you some issues with glitching. And so this particular settlement, it does not glitch yet, but I've started to reach a point where I am getting a little bit concerned that it might, because I lined this entire floor with wood. And I'll probably have to come back and remove some of this wood in order to finish some of the areas that I really want to finish, because it's not necessary really to have all of this wood in here, but it does make it look really nice. So I probably will come back and remove some of the wood so that I'm able to finish the areas over in the back with the stores. Anyway, so something I want to show you right off from the very beginning is this mud fruit in this wood. And this was something that just happened to me accidentally that I didn't realize that the game would be able to do. Is I had put this mud fruit here, and so I wanted to line the floor and make it nice and clean and flat. But I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do because I have my mud fruit here, and you can see that the line right there for the mud fruit is it's like right halfway through the door. So I really wanted to complete the floor right there, but I didn't think that the game would do this, and so it was just accidental when I was building the floor that it started to snap in. And it started to snap in over the top of the mud fruit. So just something to keep in mind when you maybe want to put mud fruit inside of a house, that you can get it to go into the wood. And the mud fruit, like I said, the mud fruit has to go first and then the flooring. But yeah, so it's a really cool look. I don't know that it would happen 100% of the time, but I know anytime that I've tried to use it, it does work. So just a little something to show you that's kind of cool. So coming up here, I have a whole bunch of different ways to get up to the top of this settlement. And this is because it's attacked by mutants, and I like to be able to see how many there are and be able to actually, I think that they're a little bit harder to fight when you're on ground level with them. So I just built a couple of levels in this settlement, and they do go all the way around. I think the second walkway there, it probably doesn't go all the way around, just this top one, but this one, the second one does go, it goes pretty far, so that I can look down and see at the bottom of the settlement. So it's good for an escape route. And I'll come back over here and I'll take you over to the stores. So this is the unfinished area of this, or one of them anyway. I have a couple of different areas in here that I would like to finish. So I have a little bit of a hard time. I don't believe I can get any more settlers here. So I have like 2 or 3 stores that they're not even manned. And it might be due to the size. I'm not too sure. I do have a Brahmin feeder here, but so I don't know why I can't get any more settlers to come to this settlement. But anyway, so this is one area where I want to finish and kind of make it nice, put some lights in and stuff. So when I come back to remove the wood and add those details, I will do an updated video so you guys can see what I have created. And so coming over here from down here, this is another one of those things. This settlement actually did some really cool things. It was able to do some really cool things. And one of them is this light in the umbrella. And so I was telling you guys, if you're patient with the game, it is capable of doing things you wouldn't think that it would do. Things click together. This actually, I think it actually clicked in there. So it's like it was supposed to. I mean, you could tell that, and you can move it around too when you're trying to position it in there. So you know, you can put it pretty much however you want in there. You just mess around with it and spin it around. I'll show you the tutorial on the lights because they can do some crazy stuff. Anyway, so this is one of the areas where I'm going to finish. And, oh, I want to show you first. I'll go down here. This is where all my mut fruit is. I did plant a lot of mut fruit at this settlement. My Brahmin is back there. I planted a lot of mut fruit at this settlement because of the, I only have one industrial size water purifier here. So this is the bedroom. It's just very simple. There's the carpet technique. There's a little carpet that I pushed some carpets to fill a hole that was there in the ceiling from the floor below. There was this big ugly hole, and so I just covered it with carpet, and now I can walk across it. So this room is very simple, not a whole lot in there. And so this is probably the highlight of this settlement. To me, I like this part the most. Anytime that there's a swimming pool, I like the swimming pools. I have even incorporated and made my own in a couple of my settlements. So now that it's getting dark, I'm glad it's getting dark so you guys can see what this looks like. This concrete actually fit into the concrete of the swimming pool, which was another thing that was kind of crazy that it did just all on its own. I didn't have to try to finagle it in there. I didn't have to try to make it go in there. It automatically clicked to the next piece and just happened to fit inside of that concrete. So that's another really cool thing that it was able to do. This settlement was great. So I put in the fountain statue that I really like, and some other statues of the Minutemen, and then some of the disco balls, and just dressed it up. Put some of those lights inside of the concrete up there. So that's my favorite part of this settlement. And on the back side was just the water purifiers. So I used one industrial size and 3 medium size. That way it still makes me enough bottle caps. So that's, and then of course that's where the workshop is. Over on this side, when the caravan comes here, this is where they sit over here. So I still wanted to do something in this area. When they come here, I buy the glass from the doctor, so I wanted to make this area kind of a little bit cooler area for them, but I need to remove some wood, so that part is not quite done yet. And this is just a little workshop area. It's not finished either. And then, so this is the main house, and I used some more of that roofing on the outside just to give it a cool effect. I have not finished the lights on the outside of this main building yet either, so I got a little bit to do here. So this this particular main house, I didn't make a kitchen in here because I was going to do that area off to the side where the stores are as the restaurant for them. So I just did this as like, I tried to get it as much like a round room as possible using the cabinets and the carpet technique of pushing them together. You can see that they tried to make it kind of like an arched, and there's a couple behind there, but that was to just kind of fill that space in. So I did that all the way around the room. I didn't need to put the pictures on the wall in this particular room because I like the look of this. So I didn't utilize all the pictures on the wall. And then just a little dining room in the middle. Oh, and these carpets too. This was I hooked these carpets together, and so I was able to create the square look underneath the table, and not have to try to put it, because they won't sit that close together by themselves. So if you hook them together, then you can put them anywhere. So in here is just like this little media room. This is it's really, really simple, and it needs a couple of little things in here, but so this is the TV pushed into the bookcases, the small bookcases. Yeah, this is just a really simple room. Doesn't have a lot in here. I probably was going to come back and put lights and plants and stuff in here, but I got a little bit concerned that I might not be able to make it back here if I kept building, so I need to remove some wood. So this is the bathroom. I kind of wanted to I left all of this. So this is the actual bathroom. I left the stalls there. Since you can close the door, I thought that would be kind of cool to just go ahead and leave that be the toilets, because typically I will build a wall for those. So that was pretty cool. And then over here is the bathtub, and I pushed a whole bunch of those small bookcases together and created this look where the bathtub is encased. And this is probably one of my more favorite bathtub areas out of all of my settlements, just because you can't see the outside of the tub. I had put carpets on these little benches as well, and I really like the way that it looks, and it looks it almost has like a little Asian garden look to it, and with the lights, the mood lighting. So this was really a cool build. My settlers got in the way a lot when I was building this because they always wanted to sit down, so I had to send them some places while I was building. I don't know if you guys run into that trouble where if you're building in one of your settlements and your settlers just keep getting in your way. I have to send them someplace if I get one of the settlers stuck in the room with me. So anyway, so this is the slog. If you guys like the ideas in this settlement, please like and subscribe to my channel. And my next video, I think I'm going to go to Country Crossing. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.